Hey, this is Mike here, author of the book Starting Broke. I just want to talk to you about a couple minutes about failure. You know what? Failure sucks. But here's the good news. Failure is not final. You see, in my life, I've started something, made a ton of money, had it stolen away from me. I said, I'll never do that again. Then I got into real estate. I brought in several $1 million worth of properties, built up a pretty good portfolio. And then, have you ever had these harebrained ideas where you're like, hey, I'm gonna do something different? In other words, I'm gonna quit what's working and I'm gonna go chase down another rabbit down another trail, right? Gosh, that's stupid. Well, guess what I did? A few years ago, I don't remember exactly how many years, 5, 6 years ago, I got the brilliant idea of starting a car lot. Well, guess what? You know what I knew about being in the car business? Nothing, but with the confidence that goes with ignorance, I said to myself, who needs training? Who needs a mentor? I made a lot of money in real estate. I've been able to be successful in that. I'll probably do great at the car business. Guess what I discovered? I was not a natural. You see, I thought if you were good people skills and you were willing to work and you were willing to apply yourself, you'd do well. That car business taught me a ton. It was a very expensive lesson. If I had it to do over again, I would have hired a mentor, I would have joined some sort of a coaching program, and I would have somebody who could lead me and teach me. You see, I'm not saying the car business is bad, I'm saying it was bad for me. Well, I got into the business, I hired a couple of mechanics, and I hired a young sales guy he had been in the car business, and he had me snowballed into thinking he knew everything I needed, just hire him, and we would do fine. So I would go to the auto auctions and I'd buy cars. Let me tell you a secret about the auto auctions. There's a reason why they got that car there trying to dump it at the auction, and then they don't want it on their car lot. I discovered that too late. Guess what I discovered? They have bad transmissions, they have bad motors, they have misfires on cylinder 5. They got a bad suspension, the ignition's messed up, the electrical's messed up. If they're at the auction, it's because they don't want it on their lot. But with the confidence that goes with ignorance, I tried to buck the system. Meanwhile, I hired this young sales guy, his name was Ryan, and Ryan came out and I let him in charge of the business while I would be at the auctions buying cars. What I didn't realize was Ryan is a very likable, fiercely intelligent young thief. And what Ryan was doing is he would almost, I'm going to use the term, he was keeping 2 sets of books. Ryan was taking trade-ins, but not telling me, putting them in his direct own name and selling them. Ryan would trade in diamond rings. Did they come into the office? No, he was selling them. But he would show a set of numbers on paper, but he would turn in a different set of numbers to us. Well, guess what? My secretary came to me one day and she says, hey, Mike, we got a problem. I'm like, what's that? I already knew we had a problem. I certainly didn't want another one. She's like, we're not making enough to pay our bills. We're going backwards. Now, you would think right there that I would say, you know what? Let's shut her down. We've got to get help. But no, I still had good credit, didn't I? I said to myself, well, I'm going to borrow some money. If I throw money at the problem, maybe I can fix it. Did I learn anything? Not yet. So I went to a floor plan company. I borrowed $250,000 and I bought a whole bunch more cars. Guess where I bought them? At the same auction where they had been ripping me off before. Only I bought more expensive cars. Guess what? More expensive problems. These had more expensive transmissions, more expensive motors. The game got bad. And one day I woke up and I realized I owed $250,000 to a floor plan company. We had nothing but a bunch of junk out there on the car lot. This young guy was a thief, and finally, I'm a man. You know how men are. We don't bother to get help until we've been knocked in the head, kicked in the teeth. Right, guys? You know what I'm talking about. Finally, I said, what am I doing? I don't like the car business. I'm not having fun. In real estate, I built up a portfolio worth several $1 million, and I was cash flowing month after month after month. And yet here I'm in the car business going backwards. So finally, I'd like to tell you I was brilliant about it, but the truth was I ended up shutting the thing down. I threw in the towel. I told the mechanics, hey, sorry fellas, go find better jobs. I wish I could help you. I liked them. They were good guys. And I tried to get money out of this guy. He beat me out of over $100,000. Good news is though, I did get $200 back from him. I know, so it wasn't a total loss, right? And I went back to the real estate business. The reason I told you failure is not final, you know what? If you've made mistakes in your life, it's not too late. When you say, yeah, but Mike, I'm 35, I'm 57, I'm 42, I'm 79, I don't care. Are you alive? Are you breathing? You got a heart beating in your chest? Guess what? If you're still alive, the good Lord's not done with you, is he? I went to work. I got back into the real estate business. Within 30 days, I made $23,000 on one deal. Then I popped another deal, and I think I made $13,000. And then I did another deal, and I made $50-some thousand. And all of a sudden, I realized, why, on God's green earth, did I ever leave the real estate business? You see, real estate, guys, I named my book Starting Broke for a reason. I started broke twice, you might as well say, and I made it back both times. The good news is, if you let people guide you who have been successful, you have a chance to be successful. Now, at the same time, I don't use the word copy, but if you model a loser, you're going to you'll get what a loser gets. If you model a success, you'll probably get what the success gets, right? So if you want to make some money, get into real estate. Get yourself a coach or a mentor that has been there, that has done it, not these people that want you to pay bazillions of dollars before they'll even teach you anything. In fact, one of the things we like to offer is we offer a free, from time to time, it's not available all the time, but from time to time we literally offer a free workshop. It takes about an hour or so. And on the workshop, it's me teaching it, and I'll show you some things, how we have unlimited funding, how we make triple the profits what the average real estate investor makes. Do you really have to steal a house for 65 cents on the dollar? No. I can show you how to make money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you let me, if you're interested. Now, if this is not for you, don't do it. You don't have to. But I just wanted you to know that God has given us all a purpose and a destiny. We all have certain giftings, don't we? You may be good at numbers. You may be good at playing music. You may be a great athlete. You may be handsome like myself. Okay, I got a sense of humor. I know that I'm past handsome. 1 year's past, right? But the good news is, guys, gals, if your heart's beating in your chest and you're breathing air, it's not too late. Failure's not final. It's time for you today to make a decision to start to win. If you want to become an interpreter, well, for crying out loud, go on YouTube and start studying that language. I promise you, and I haven't looked, but I promise you, if you put in whatever you're interested in on YouTube, there's probably 7 people going, here's how you do it. Doesn't mean they're successful, but if you watch enough of them, sometimes you can learn. Now, I do recommend there's a slow way to succeed. There's a fast way. I do recommend you match yourself up and model somebody who's successful. Hopefully you pick American House Guys. But if you don't, God bless you. You can still succeed. I'm rooting for you. You see, I believe, and I love telling people this, I believe in abundance. I don't believe there's a scarcity. Politicians try to scare you. The government tries to scare you. They want control. I don't want to control nothing. I got my wife for that. The good news is, the good Lord has created plenty for everybody. Whether you're a Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. American House Guys is for you Americans that want to succeed. If you're not an American yet, you can become one. This country's blessed. We have one of the greatest opportunities going. Guys, gals, don't squander it. Failure is not final. I just wanted you to know it's time to succeed. So listen, like Zig Ziglar, the famous motivational speaker, said, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. I wish I was that clever. I can take credit for that. I didn't think of that, but you know what? It stuck with me. But there's another old saying, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. If you want something different, make a change. Hey, thanks for watching this. Share it with your friends and your family. Well, don't share it with you know who, but no, I'm kidding you. Listen, here's to your success. Mike, the author of Starting Broke. You can buy my book on Amazon, $25, or get on one of our workshops, and I'll show you how to get a free one. Pretty cool, huh? Listen, this is Mike saying, over and out. See ya.